This sound, y'all just.
Sorry. I had to get it out before we started. Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Unpopular Opinion. I am your devil's advocate, Robert Williams, aka the Freewill, and today with me I have my co-host.
What up? It's Duubs.
How y'all doing this big, Bobby?
Yeah.
Why your energy always different every time we do this?
I mean, because it can be.
You sound like a 4-year-old. Hey, everybody.
All right, how y'all doing? It's Big Bobby in the building. You feel me? You gotta, get this shit off right.
There you go.
There you go. Y'all like that? I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
You like that? I like that. All right, she like that for sure, for sure.
Today's episode is going to be titled Insecure. All right. First question: what are some familiar signs of insecurity? Do you need me to explain that one, or we got
Nah, I think we got it.
That one is a very clear and to the point question. I just want to let you know that I really appreciate that.
You know what? I'm about tired of you already.
Signs of insecurity, I feel like, when people, tend to be quiet in the room, like more quiet.
Project.
Project?
Project.
I need to project.
Yes.
Okay. Signs of insecurity, I feel like when people enter a room, they see something and their attitude just changes. Their aura is just different. It's not because they see something they're not, comfortable with. Like for a dude, let's say he's talking to a girl and she says something that, okay, you know what? Parents.
No, go ahead.
I always say talking relationship or whatever.
Go ahead.
You always whatever. I'm quite
I didn't wear his heart on his sleeve.
Thank you very much. You feel me?
He
She gets me,
emotional.
dog. Dang. But nah, so okay, let's parents.
Did you see the face? All right, no, go ahead.
All right, so parents. Let's say, okay, perfect example. So let's say you're talking about 2 kids, right? Mm-hmm. And you say your parents is like your mom and dad are telling you like, oh, he's doing this better than you, or this and that. Like he feel insecure because you're comparing me to somebody that's not even your child. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So like, what can I do to prove to you that I'm worthy of being your child? Because if you're praising somebody else's kid, I'm your kid. Like, what's up? Fair
point. But I do want to touch more about like how can we tell that somebody feels insecure about something? So I think the first example that you put, and then I'm gonna just say this real quick, we're gonna go to Doves. So the first thing that you said is like normally when somebody walks into a room and then like their attitude changes, it's more like just elaborating on that. It's like, well, why does that person's attitude change? Who are they around, or what causes them to make that
because they're uncomfortable. Like they're uncomfortable. Like let's say. We all got that moment when you're in a conversation or something like that, and somebody hits a point that actually hits you. You just either you shut down or you overreact, and that's a clear sign that you're not feeling it.
Good.
Yeah, that's basically. I feel like you can perceive it through their attitude or mannerisms, or even the slightest things, like when they walk and hold their head down. Like that's a big. I know is something little, but that shows signs of things. I know jealousy, anxiety, a lot of social anxiety comes from feeling insecure inside and just not being able to display that in a room full of people. I think, those are the key signs to me. And like you said, aura, like your aura, the way that you carry yourself, a lot of the time you can see the insecurities being displayed through the way that they move. And
I think Tyler said it really, really great.
The creator?
Tyler, the creator, yeah.
Oh, okay. Who's Tyler?
Hey, normally when you say Tyler, you think about the creator, but in 911, when it does After the Bridge, because nobody puts bridges in their music anymore, but After the Bridge, and the beat changes, he says this one quick little part, something about the loudest. Everybody thinks that the loudest person in the room is like the weakest, but that's actually the loudest person in the room is actually the one that wants that attention because they feel insecure about themselves. The loudest person in the room is, hey, someone please talk to me. It's not I'm loud because I'm trying to front something. It's somebody please talk to me. I don't get this anywhere else. I don't get this at home. So like, I think that's a thing. That's one of those signs that people kind of misread as far as. You think somebody's walking in with their head down, they could just have like a nonchalant attitude. Maybe they're fine, maybe they're okay, maybe it's the people who are overly joyous or they're overly happy. They're the ones that are actually feeling more insecure about themselves because they're trying to either covet what they're truly feeling or it's just like I'm around these people, I don't want nobody to know what's going on, so like I might as well just play the part and engage and do what all they do.
I think it just depends on how you deal with your insecurities. You know what I'm saying? Like some people can push them way down, so that, like you said, when they're in the midst of people, that's when they, they're making up for that in a way by being vibrant and loud, just so nobody sees their darkness. I mean, like I know, like I said, back to the social anxiety part, like sometimes you have to be comfortable with yourself to be comfortable in a room full of, let's say, creatives, or you know what I'm saying, people who do the same thing as you, and you can be insecure in different aspects of your life as well. So I think that plays a big part in how you display it, is because you could be the most confident person you get within a relationship and you're super insecure. You know what I'm saying? Or you can be insecure about your talent and your music, so when you're in a group of creatives, that's when you kind of go in your shell, or that's when you know what I mean, display your insecurity. You can be insecure in one part of your life but super confident in another part. So I just feel like it depends on,
And I think another way that shows you're insecure is when you like ask about the same subject constantly because you want to know more about it, Like
what?
Like no, for real, like okay.
No, I know you're being serious. It's just I had a thought and then I tried to shut it down. I'm so sorry. Continue.
Yeah, like not for real. So like, let's say we're having a group discussion and that one person is stuck on this same subject. They're constantly asking about like, okay, what about this and what about that? Like that's low key.
You can tell us something that's really on their mind. It's really plaguing them. That's good. That's beautiful segue. So I want us to be a little bit open here. Would we mind sharing certain things that we are insecure about? I'll go first. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm mad insecure about the way I look. And then I'll give this one quick little story. It was in elementary school. They wrote down like the most attractive people in the grade.
That's terrible. Oh my God.
I wasn't last, but I was second to last.
Aww.
It was a group. It was just all the dudes. And mind you, there was 20 of us.
Kindergarten?
I was like 8. So like a lot of times when people are like, oh man, why you gonna dress like that? I'm like, I really don't care. Because, and this is not me giving an unpopular opinion. This is genuine. This is Robert. This ain't Freewill. This is straight up Robert. That's like one of them things where I go in a place and I feel like people are already gonna see me as ugly, so I don't give a fuck. And so that's like, I don't really care too much about it. But that's a
terrible way to think though. Like,
that's just something I've been insecure about. That's why I was like,
are you trying to conquer it? Like,
I am. I really am. But it's like it's something that's been stuck with me for a minute.
Long. Like
so
that's a prime age where shit kind of like gets embedded in you.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's not even about you being insecure about your looks. It's having that drive to actually go for somebody. You feel me? Because I know people.
It's relationship insecurities, not so much.
No. I was like that's you're really insecure about that. I'm trying to take just go talk to a person, get to know a person, and they love you for you. Now you accomplish that, but you can't you put yourself in the friend zone before you even attempt it. You feel me? And that's not a good thing for anything.
based off your insecurities.
Yeah.
See, I throw them off the wall with something every episode.
You go.
All right. Mine is kind of like it's wild. So
I feel like it's crazy. Go ahead, girl.
all right. So with masturbation, I'm a late bloomer. Right? I didn't so in 8th grade. No, like for real.
Hey, we mature conversations.
So I didn't start like looking at porn or even thinking about sex until 8th grade. But like all my homies.
College, nigga. I'm later than you. I ain't seen nothing until college. That shit was wild to me. Dead ass. That shit was wild to me. That shit scared me. But continue.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I promise you.
You didn't know what like a condom was, right? I'm sorry.
I knew what it was.
Conversation later.
But yeah. No, so I'm just saying like the whole porn aspect or whatever. College was wild, man.
So
shit hit me late.
It's crazy.
That's great. Stay in the frame, guys.
That's crazy. Wow.
Wait,
Okay,
let me
8th grade porn.
Right. So all my homies over here bragging me like, oh, y'all be my meat like twice. What?
I'm sorry.
I never even had the thought of being my meat because whatever. You feel me?
On some G shit though. This is some of the stuff like as a dude.
Yeah,
This is the awkward shit. Like popping up sometimes, for real.
Like we wasn't on no moonlight stuff and showing each other things or whatever. But like, so we like talk like like, or we like work with. All right. Watching porn low key makes you insecure about like your sex life because like you doing stuff like you watching porn stars. You're learning how to have sex with porn stars, and like you're thinking like, oh, if they can do this, I can have this type of intimacy with another human being. But it doesn't work like that. Period. Like, you know, like it's completely.
That's interesting. I thought only women were intimidated by porn.
No. Like, you know, like we all learn from each other, and like, you know, like if you got something that you like, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know you like that. You might try that. You feel me? Like,
I have to pull up a video, be like, take notes, something like that.
No, but like.
No, I'm being for real, like, because sometimes you watch it and be like, oh, okay, well, maybe I can be.
Oh, that's lit.
If you watch something like this,
I want to try that, and then like we can't do that. I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, I don't know how I'm gonna compete with that in like a romantic situation with somebody. That's when I think my insecurities are pulled out the most. Normally I don't, like in everyday life, I don't compare myself to other women. I don't compete with other women or even like, oh, she did that. Like, I'm not like that. That's not how I think. But something about me being like in like with somebody or you know what I'm saying? Like it just brings some type of like, damn, but like, why is he liking her picture? You know what I mean? Like little petty stuff that I would never do on an everyday basis. But it's not even just social media. Like it's your attention, period. Like it's something in my head where I just feel like, not abandonment issues, but it's just like I get super insecure when it comes to the person that I'm involved with in the moment.
Thank y'all for sharing though. Learned something about y'all I didn't know.
Yeah, we definitely learned something about you we didn't know.
Next question is, the trend of positivity creates more insecurities. I know we touched on it a little bit, but just have that. The trend of positivity creates more insecurities. Y'all want me to go first?
Yeah.
Y'all get y'all thoughts together? You want me to go first?
Oh no, yeah, you could go, but I'm ready. Nah, you can go. I'm always ready.
Okay.
So the trend of positivity, I think people are trying too hard to be happy. And because social media lets us share certain aspects of our lives or what we're doing is, oh, so-and-so is out there on the boat. So-and-so's out here like drinking it up, doing this and doing that. Damn, I wish I was doing that. So it kind of creates a lust to be in this same space because we perceive this as being happy based off of what we're being shown by other people who look happy.
Well, to counter that, I mean, I agree with what you're saying. Like, it's definitely a stigma now to, I'm positive, I'm living my best life. Like, you know what I mean? But on the flip side of that, I've been in moments where I felt insecure and something on Instagram or something on social media kind of lifts me up because everybody is in that positive trend.
Like spring break.
Not even spring break. It's just like, I feel like people are, at least the people that I follow, like, you know what I mean? All of our social medias are different, but I think the people that I follow, they're very much like trying to work to being positive. Like, they're not faking it. Like, this is what I'm going through. This is what, you know what I'm saying? So they're a little bit realer than, I think, maybe that's just the people I follow, like I said.
So it depends on who you follow.
Yeah, but I don't think I don't think the trend of being positive I don't think it should create more insecurities just because I think that's a good thing that everybody's trying to be positive, no? Like, I feel like everybody's trying to find their own happiness in a way. So whether they're faking it on social media or not, like, that's their way of trying to display some type of happiness that they're looking for, or if they feel it. Like, if I was on a boat drinking, I'm gonna be happy as hell. Like, living my best life.
Alright, but no, so I do believe like a trend of positivity will bring a negative aspect to someone because, like, let's say somebody like busting their ass off and you over here like either scamming or doing some foolishness and you living your best life. And you living your best life and it's like what do I have to do to get there? Like, why am I not there yet? Like, I've been grinding and grinding and grinding. Like, when is my time gonna come? And like, it's like, should I do what they doing? Should I stop what I'm doing and do what they doing so I can become happy?
But you comparing yourself to other people is a sign of insecurity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but at the same time,
I don't think it's the positivity that they're putting out that's making you insecure. I feel like you're already insecure within yourself, and now you're comparing yourself to people who are just, whether they're faking it or not, you're intimidated by that, or you feel like you don't have that, and that's an insecurity within yourself. So I don't think it's the trend. He's asking if it's the trend of positivity that's making you insecure. No, you're already insecure, and the fact that positivity is a trend is just displaying. It's
It's making
bringing
you
it
more
out.
insecure because you're
Right.
not already positive.
Right.
But do we really feel like? Because I don't think you should have to try to be positive in a sense.
Right.
And this is something that I play in my head with a lot. Like you shouldn't have to do certain things to make you happy. Like you shouldn't have to go out of your way to do something in order for that to bring you happiness.
That's
There
facts.
should be something that you already like, that you
But-
enjoy, that makes you happy. But again, still good point. If you're already insecure, if you're already feeling insecure about something, or maybe you're working towards something and you're not seeing results, because a lot of insecurities come from comparison, because old saying, comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
So when we compare, that just adds on to whatever insecurities we have, or we might just start building them. But I think a lot of the comparison comes from the trend of positivity, because now we have so many different avenues to see people being positive.
Right.
It's like, again, what do I got to do to be happy? What do I got to do to be positive? It's almost like we're seeing it, but it almost innately makes you compare whatever you're doing.
The definition
to
of
it.
happiness isn't within yourself what makes you
Right.
happy. So
So this is gonna be my final question, and we were on our way there. How do or how can people cope with insecurities?
Bobby.
I mean, there's many methods like prayer or just like looking like within yourself to actually find like who you really are. Because some people like want to find themselves in other people, and that's not how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gotta like truly like dig down deep inside you and like figure out who am I. You feel me? Like some people try to find like happiness in like big bulks, like find happiness in like small things in life. You know, like going to the bookstore and like actually reading a good book. You feel me?
Yeah, we bad intellectual.
Wow, get it.
Like an onion, multiple layers.
And like, and then it's about your surroundings too. Like good energy. Good energy is a extremely important part. You feel me? Because you know your homeboy will be negative about life and this and that, and that's gonna from you. Like, you know what? Negative two niggas together. So if you got a homeboy like homeboy that's actually like, you know, like trying to see the good things in like, you know, the roses or the flowers or something like that, you be like, all right, cool. There's blessings in everything. You feel me? Like, you know, thank God I got food today. Like, you know, thank God like I ran a mile today and I'm working on myself.
I think that comes with like acceptance. You know, I think a big part of conquering your insecurities is just accepting who you are. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be you to the day you die. So the quicker you accept it, your flaws and all, like you just gotta. Nobody's like you on this planet. Nobody can say they're you. You have your own DNA. You're your own self. So the minute you find value in that, and you find value in yourself and accepting yourself through, because nobody's perfect, then I think that's the first step. Just like they say, if you have a problem, the first step is acceptance. So just accepting yourself for who you are.
I do want to go back to because like even when you made the comment about like, oh, you're negative, we can be negative together. Sometimes that is actually a positive thing. A lot of people like to say misery needs company, but yes, misery loves company because misery doesn't like to be alone. So when you have somebody who can relate to you and be in that same space to you, two negatives make a positive.
Two niggas make toxic. Like that's a
To a degree, and this is just a theory. But when you have two people who can understand what we've gone through, when you have two people who can empathize, the toxicity comes when you got one person looking for empathy and one person looking for sympathy. Sympathy is just, I see you going through that. I ain't really trying to touch that right now, so I'm gonna go over here with the rest of the good energy. But empathy is, you've been there, I've been there. I feel for you. Let's both get out of here. That's what that whole misery means company thing. Because think about it, there's a lot of times when we're in a lot of sad situations, or maybe our insecurities take hold of us, and we want to reach out to somebody, but one of the reasons we don't is because maybe I don't want to bring that person down, or maybe somebody telling me about how bad their day was. Man, let me tell you about so and so right here that fucked me up today. It's like when we can share the bad things that happen to our life, it gives us a better attitude. Sometimes, not all the times, but it's like when we can share that level of relatability from a negative situation, it can make it positive. So that was a good episode.
That was a good
was a great
episode.
episode.
It was a real good
Wow.
episode. Ain't nobody dropped no thug tears but me, but I mean, we good over here. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Again, remember, like, comment, subscribe, This is the Unpopular Opinion. I am your devil's advocate, Robert Williams, aka the Free Will.
Dubbs.
Big.
And then y'all stay tuned for more to come, alright? Like, comment, subscribe. We out.